I pozdrav ljudi, pozdrav, moje ime je thebiggyboy, nastavljamo sa igrom Syberia. Znate da sam ovdje bio već više puta, mislim da sam 2 ili 3 puta bio ovdje. Gdje sam stalno govorio, ma nema ništa, ali zapravo ima. Kamera se pomera. Sada ima. I evo ga čika s kojim treba da pričamo.
Hello.
You arrived by train, I see.
Yes, I've come from
It's been a long time since I've seen a train here. Students, did you bring students with you?
No, I traveled alone. Well, almost alone.
I remember around the start of fall, trains would bring kids from all around the world here to study zoology and botany, paleontology, and all that stuff. This was a great university.
And it isn't still great today, then?
Today?
Okay. Idem
I've
mission.
just been to see the rectors, and they told me to get the train out of the station as quick as I can.
I thought they'd say that. Rules are rules, and you gotta stick by them. Not a good idea to get into trouble with the university administration.
Absolutely. I've got enough worries as it is. What should I do then?
Well, I suggest you move your train.
But it's like I say, the springs are unwound. Everyone seems to think it's my fault.
The locomotive's engine might not work, it's true, but maybe there's some other way of moving the train.
It's a possibility, I suppose.
Ima oni
What
brodiće,
were you
brate.
thinking of exactly?
Nothing, it was just an idea. Anyway, miss, you shouldn't hang around here. I have a job to do. Yes, sirree.
Hell, hot, chain, bird.
Where might I find some forest Sauvignon plants, please?
No place around here, that's for sure. I don't know what you're talking about. That stuff's from the Amazon.
You know, for someone who knows nothing about the plant, you seem pretty well informed about which mysterious faraway country it comes from.
Oh, Amazon, Peru, Papua New Guinea, it's all the same to me. Gotta go. Gotta work.
Wait, don't go. You know what? I don't think he was being totally straight with me.
Opa, evo ga ovdje ima nešto. Šta sam našao? Našao sam hook. Ok. Ajde sad ćemo da ga pratimo. Da li uopšte možemo da ga pratimo? Ne možemo. Ne može ovdje da se ide. Mislio sam da će ih sad otvori on. Ali nije otvorio. Dobro, ne možeš, okej. Vidi ga opet ovdje Blade.
Excuse me, station master, but I need you again.
Can't you see I am very, very busy?
No.
Well, I am. Very busy indeed. But, okay, I think I can give you a minute of my time.
I'm looking for a kind of little juicy berry. You don't know where I could find some?
Look, lady, the station doesn't have any Sauvignon berries, not even forest Sauvignon.
Funny you should mention it. That's exactly what I was looking for. Forest Sauvignon.
Sauvignon, raspberries, red currants, they're all the same to me. And we don't grow none of them here.
But you see, I have just read a very interesting book which says that the rare Sauvignon berry is actually cultivated here, in the famous Barokstadt University aviary itself.
Well, if it's in a book, then don't believe everything you're reading, miss.
I don't know why, but I don't think you're telling me the truth.
What do you mean? I don't know. How should I know where to find your stupid grape? Go ask your professor, what's his name, Pons, the paleontologist.
But you're the master of this station, so you should know better than anyone.
Nobody tells me anything. I don't know. Go see the old guy with the fossils.
Okay.
The sailors on the barge reckon they could help me tow my train out of here, but they're asking for money. You couldn't possibly help me out with a few dollars, could you? I would be very grateful.
Miss, really, I'm surprised at you. Asking for money from a total stranger. Oh.
Right. I need cash. I need it to get my train out of your station, because my train is getting in your way, disturbing your birds, and upsetting your bosses.
Look, lady, I'm only a station master. I got my problems, and you got yours.
Okej, ajde idemo do profesora. Idemo do profesora, pošto je uporno govorio kao da priča s profesorom, idemo do profesora. Pa ako mi sad ništa ne uradi sa profesorom, vraćam se ponovo do onih vrata. Verujem da su sada otvorena. To jest, verujem da će biti otvorena možda. Zapravo pričat ću sada sa njim, sa profesorom, pa ću da idem do rektora. Da im ponovo da popričam s njim.
What is it you want to know, miss?
You wouldn't know where the forest Sauvignon plants are kept in Barokstadt, would you?
Why do you think there are Sauvignon plants here?
I read about it in a book at the library.
Try going to see the station master. If such a shrub exists, he will have a better idea than anyone.
It's actually he who sent me to you. I thought it a little strange, but he definitely said ask the paleontologist. You're the only one here, aren't you?
Yes indeed. What a strange way to behave. Well, I think he must have made a mistake, that's all. Nobody tells me anything here. Maybe you should ask the rectors. After all, they are in charge of the university.
All right, thanks.
Idemo ipak rektore, to ono što sam ja rekao,
I'll leave you
bukvalno.
in peace. I hope I haven't disturbed you too much.
Sorry? No, not at all, my dear child.
Okej, definitivno do rektora. A fora što ja mislim da sam već sa rektorima pričao o tome.
Gentlemen, forgive me for disturbing you again, but I have a little problem.
A little problem. Everyone has little problems now, you know.
They are kept to oneself, and they don't stop the world from turning.
Nor trains from leaving stations.
Are you sure there are no Amazon Sauvignon plants in Barokstadt? Because I have just interviewed the station master and the paleontologist, and what they said really didn't convince me that there wasn't any here.
We are quite definite on this point. There are no Sauvignon plants growing in Barokstadt.
You see, miss, the Amazon Forest Sauvignon is a rare shrub that requires very special conditions for growth.
That's right. Conditions that are very hard to reproduce, believe you me.
Difficult, but not impossible. Fortunately, our garden has proved very successful.
Ha!
Your garden?
Eto.
So, there is a garden in Barokstadt?
Oh, the garden. Well, if there was one, it would be only a little garden hidden behind the station. But our station master would be very proud of it.
He would take very good care of it, too. Everything would grow marvelously if we were able to cultivate it at all, and it would be all down to his gardening prowess.
And we would be proud as punch. And we wouldn't forget the role the paleontologist might play in this.
What's the paleontologist got to do with it all?
Without him and without his laboratory, how would we make the wine, do you think?
And it would be good wine indeed, my dear colleagues, would it not?
Oh, yes, a delightful balm to soothe away our long hours of toil and our heavy responsibilities.
We would wait impatiently every year for the arrival of the year's produce.
So, if I have understood you correctly, there are indeed Sauvignon plants in Barokstadt. They are cultivated in a garden behind the station, then turned into wine by the paleontologist's loving care, and finally, the pleasure of tasting is yours. If I'm not very much mistaken, gentlemen, you have a minor racket operating here.
Miss, you do go jumping to some hasty conclusions.
We never said that. That's not what we said at all.
Jeste, to ste rekli.
We were talking in the conditional. You know, with ifs and woulds.
So, what would happen if I had such a hunch?
You would have to keep it to yourself, of course.
Yes, if you would be so kind as to keep it a secret. It would only be a small local concern, producing barely a few bottles every year.
That's right. Nothing so grandiose as a business. Otherwise, we'd be liable to be fined. So, we can't count on your discretion, can't we?
Don't worry, I have no intention at all of getting messed up in anything.
Ok.
Here we are, busy chatting, and look at the clock. It's tea time.
Already? My word, doesn't time fly by?
Ok, sad smaraju svi, ok. Ok, definitivno idemo ponovo do Station Mastera, jer definitivno on zna gdje je to. I to su vjerojatno ona čelična vrata što smo ih vidjeli 2 puta. Početkom ovog videa i sljedećeg, ja mislim. To jest ne početkom ovog, nego prošlog videa. Što sam kružio onim putićem, odnosno početak i kraj prošlog videa. Definitivno Station Master zna. To je sigurno. Gledao me u oči i laže. Ološ matori. Ne, ovdje. Dobro je, tamo sam mislio da će siđe.
Excuse me, Station Master, but I need you again.
Can't you see I am very, very busy?
No.
Dobro, pita isto, okej.
You have been playing with me, haven't you? You knew very well there were forest Sauvignon berries in the station garden.
No, not at all. I've never seen your Sauvignon things.
You don't have to lie to me. I know all about it. You and the rectors are in cahoots, and the professor's lab has been turned into a distillery. You've all got a nice little smuggling racket on the side.
Smuggling racket? Hey, lady, you're going a bit far there. It's just a little on-the-side thing we got going, that's all. It's just for ourselves. Hey, honest.
You should be ashamed of yourselves. Aren't you worried about the reputation of this fine university? The authorities should be informed of this.
But we haven't done anything wrong. It's not a crime.
Can you open the gate to the garden, please?
Sure. No problemo. Right away, miss.
I sad mi otvara vrata. Jej! Idemo. Provalili smo ga.
There you are. Please feel free to visit the garden at your leisure. And there was just one thing. I'm not a liar. Not really. Just mum's the word. There is a reputation in the university to think about. And I have superiors, and I have to do what I can.
I understand. Don't you worry.
Naravno, neće niko da zna. Doviđenja. I ulazim unutra. To je to. I evo ih ovdje verovatno. To je to, jel tako? Smart grapes, to je to. Sad ovo treba da damo onim pticama. Pa ćemo da vidimo da se popnemo gore merdevinama. Ovo su čubljene stepenicama, merdevinama. Kako idu. E sad možemo gore. Super. Evo ga neko jaje ovdje. Da.
Impossible to reach it.
Okej, onda možeš s ovim. Tako je. I ovo jaje vjerojatno treba da stavimo u onu mašinu. Sigurno. Idem bržim putem. To je ako može se da zove bržim putem.
Miss, please, excuse me.
O, reci šta ti treba.
Yes?
You know, I want to apologize for our little misunderstanding. I brought you a bottle of wine. Markstadt Sauvignon. Very good year. Let me know what you think.
I'm very touched. Thank you.
Good luck on your journey, lady.
Dobili
Thank
smo
you.
vince. Interesantno. Ajde sad da se pozabavimo ovom mašinom. I mogli bi da završimo valjda video. Da. Savršeno balansirano. Čekajte, sad ulazimo unutra. Aha, evo ga ovdje. I valjda radi. Jej! Super, sad možemo da uzmemo $100 od rektora. Od rektorata. Svakako idemo. Čekaj, izlazimo. Brže. Potrči. Znači sad kad budemo uzeli pare završamo video. Jer imam osjećaj da ćemo još dosta da igramo. Jer treba da platimo ovim dole na brodu, treba da bukvalno odemo na predavanje kod ovoga i vjerojatno treba posle da idemo na brod gde već. Tako da ne verujem da ćemo to brzo da završimo, proći će pola sata, tako da bolje to da sačuvamo za sljedeći video.
Gentlemen, forgive me for disturbing you again, but I have a little problem.
Nemaš ti
A little
problem.
problem, a little problem. Everyone has little problems now, you know.
They are kept to oneself.
Nor
Ok, pričaj jedno tisto.
Gentlemen, I have managed to repair your university bandstand.
the bandstand is playing again. This is marvelous news.
We are really very grateful indeed.
Yes, very grateful indeed. We will look back on your visit with much fondness in our hearts.
And now let us in turn honor our word. How much is it you need, miss?
$100, if it's not too much to ask.
Ne, opet.
We agree to grant you the aforementioned sum, miss. You may now leave with your train.
Ok, dao mi je pare. Izvoli, gospođo. Thank you.
And while we're on the subject, when will you be leaving?
Yes, because now you should relocate your train as quickly as possible. Here we are,
Nemojte se
busy
sekirati.
chatting, and look at the clock. It's already...
Tea
Thank you,
time,
and
ok, to smo već slušali. Ok, Ovdje ljudi pravimo pauzu, to bi bilo to od mene, hvala vam na pažnji i čujemo se u narednom videu. Pozdrav, ću!